first got into RC was basically my dad was at, let's say, a Radio Shack and bought some Lobos, the ones with AA batteries kind of thing, with just a little stick thing with a little boost button. And I started taking apart that car, trying to lighten it up, make it better. And then I don't know if I saw an RC magazine at the time, and I realized Associated had a car. And then so I saved up my money. I was like, you know, one day I'm gonna get a car. So one day I saved up my allowance and I got $75, and one of my dad's friends had like a used RC10 gold pan chassis, the old school car, and then bought that. And then we were out in the street in the front of the house, just bombing around the grass, and just kind of went from there to try to find, like, is there more for the sport? And then I think we found our first track that was down in, let's say, Long Beach area, Ascot. That's what it was, Ascot, an old oval track with like a little off-road track inside. And then from there, I saw what everybody else was doing, like with the Kyosho Scorpion and all that kind of stuff. And it just went on from there. Then I realized that there was actually racing, not just playing around with the cars. And that's just kind of how it started. And it hooked me ever since. I think it was like about 10 years old. I really got my first Associated car. One of my dad's best friends had a big funny car shop. They raced drag racing. Let's say the shop was in number 10, and 2 doors down, we were there like a couple times a week, and a couple doors down from there was JG Manufacturing. So back in the day, they made hop-up parts for the Associated. They made the first truck, 10-scale truck. And so I used to go to his shop and just hanging out and seeing them how they bend the plastic bumpers for the front end for the old Associated car. And then little by little, he started taking me to a couple different tracks and stuff. Like Scott Hughes' dad's track, M&M Hobbies, the original M&M Hobbies. I started, like, let's say, in the novice class racing stock buggy, and then from there I got better and more into it, and got some support from JG, and then Proline gave me some stuff. So little by little, by the time I was about 12 years old is when I actually started to be like, wow, I think I could be professional at this. Or back then it wasn't professional, I just think I can get stuff for free. Back then it wasn't about racing money and all that, it was just about getting free parts, because that's what we achieved to do at that time. The very first monthly salary I got was from Team Losi. Back when I just turned 15. So in fact, Pops was the one that gave me my first big check so I could go buy a car, because I didn't have a car. I had to keep getting rides to the track with friends or my dad. And so at 15, and then now I'm at 37 years old, so 22 years, So it's definitely been a long, long time. I've been racing for so long that I have, I think I accumulated 16 national championships, all in all. With I won an oval national championship at Hot Rod Hobbies, back when it was called Fastlane. I won Vor stock buggy, modified truck, stock truck, 4-wheel drive, all that kind of stuff. I won the Re-Race Invitational for the first time ever for Losi, because back then it was just always Associated winning the 2-wheel, and then Yokomo winning the 4-wheel. So I won that for Losi with the 2-wheel drive XX, and then with the Yokomo 4-wheel drive. That's one of my greatest accomplishments, winning that one for the first time premiere for them. Then finally, I won, I think it was in '02, I won the A-Scale National Championship in Florida. That's been one of my highlights. Winning that, first national championship in A-Scale, because, A-Scale is just pretty much the Formula 1 class of off-road. So to me, it's like, I don't think it's any better or faster than racing A-Scale off-road. So it was really nice to win that championship. I think I've raced a total of 7 worlds now. I think it's been 7 worlds. I've made 4, no, maybe it might have been 6 worlds, but 4 out of those. And, I finished a 5th, a 7th, a 9th, and a 3rd. So I was pretty happy with the accomplishments there, Back when I finished 3rd, there was only, I believe there was only one other person, Dagani, that was on the podium ever. So I believe, I'm not quite sure, but I think I was the 2nd American ever to be on the podium, because the Europeans and everybody overseas used to always spank us because our stuff would fall apart. So I think nowadays, you look at where our worlds are now, with the Americans, I think from what we learned overseas, that they were teaching us now, that we're progressing and getting faster and faster, because I see a lot more Americans on the podium nowadays. I used to be able to race every single day, but now being a father of 3 kids, full-time job type of thing, it's harder for me to do this. So at my time in my career, I'm not done racing yet, but I figured, I've been with Kyosho, I think it was like 6 years, Hobao 5, Agama 3, and I had an opportunity in something that I wanted to change in my life besides just being a driver. I have opportunity that has been, handed to me, I think, and sometimes when something's handed to you, you either jump in with both feet and see what's going to happen, because I only have so many years of competitive racing left in me, and with this new adventure that I'm taking, I see a totally different side of racing, more of a business side of things now. So I can sit back and still be competitive, and still try to make the mains and that stuff at the Worlds, and then also watch and help develop younger drivers through the company that I'll be running for, to see them improve. to pass on what I've learned to them. With this new business opportunity, I think it's really valuable for me to actually have a say in what I want to do with the product or have a meeting with it. It's nice to be with somebody or a company that, as an American with the American market, to have a say, to influence the people here in the United States buying the product. With this new car, I was really taken back, kind of like the old school days of my racing. The car had really good rear traction, handled really well. It brought me back to the days when I first started racing ACE-Co, really easy to work on, and just made me have more confidence than I had before, that I could just sit there and just turn the wheel and punch and be comfortable driving the product. With this new opportunity, you know, allows me to stay in the sport for a very long time. I mean, I've been racing for so long that I wouldn't know what else to do. I mean, I own a t-shirt company, which we pretty much do almost everyone's t-shirt in the RC industry. But with this new opportunity, allows me to stay in the sport for a very long time, and also to move forward with my career besides just a driver. So I'm just excited about this new thing. This was a no-brainer for me. I had no choice but to do this.